Hi everybody, Kathy here. Welcome to my channel, Yoga by Kathy. Today we have a low impact cardio workout with some hand weights. So if you have any low hand weights, so 1 to 3 pounds is perfect. You can grab those and have them ready for your practice. If you don't worry, you can always grab some water bottle or head to your cupboard and get some cans just to add a little bit of weight to our practice. It will make a huge difference for the postures that we're doing. And of course, if you don't have any props, don't worry, we can do this class without any tools at all. So this class we're going to be focusing on adding a little bit of strength, strengthening our upper body, our balance, and getting our heart rate up with low impact cardio. So when you're ready, let's get started. We'll meet on the mat in a seated position. Don't forget, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Click the subscribe button to receive more videos just like these to help you in your everyday home yoga practice. Let's get started. All right, so we're going to begin our class in a seated position. So go ahead and help yourself down onto the floor. We're going to take a nice, easy, seated, wide-legged forward full stance. So walk your feet out as far apart as they feel comfortable. We're going to flex and point the ankles a few times, nice and easy. So inhale, flex the ankle, point the toes up. And as you exhale, slowly point your toes forward, just giving your ankles a little bit of a stretch. From here, feel free to walk your hand forward, nice and easy. Come onto your fingertips or onto a block. I'm going to take a few deep breaths into the groin, the hips, just allowing some gentle stretching without much force. Begin to breathe in through the nose, inhaling deeply. And exhale fully all the way down towards the sit bones. So we want to connect our breath to our movements and take full deep inhales and exhales. Now if you can go a little bit further, come down onto your forearms or onto your fingertips. Remember, you can always walk your feet in closer to modify the posture. Or if you want to intensify the pose, you can walk the feet out a little bit further. We're going to take one more breath. It's always good to get the legs and the hips moving and flowing just to bring a little bit more energy and blood flow back to our lower body after sitting for a long time. All right, begin to walk back out, walk the hands in, gently close the knees up, help the knees, bring them back into center. We're going to take our feet to the edges of the mat, hands behind and windshield wiper side to side. So drop your knees over to the right and then to the left. Easy side to side motions. Once you get to the right side, we're going to pause here. Take your right ankle, hook it on top of the left leg. We're going to take a gentle twist, looking over towards the opposite side. So give your spine a little ring out, looking over your left shoulder. And come back to center. Let's go over side to side. And then once you reach over to the left side, left ankle's on top of right. And we're going to slowly turn ourselves to look over the back right shoulder. And coming back to the middle, let's cross our ankles and make our way onto hands and knees in tabletop position. So finding your way into tabletop, my hips are stacked over the knees, shoulder, elbows, wrists are aligned, fingertips are facing forward. I'm going to take an inhale, drop the belly, come into cow pose, allowing the spine to arch, gaze up, tailbone lifts. As you exhale, start to press the floor away, rounding through the spine. Inhale, dropping the belly. Exhale, press the floor away, tuck chin under. Now, option to stay here for the next 3 breaths, or we can start to lift the knees, hover them 1 inch off the ground. Inhale, bring the knees down, arching through the spine. Inhale. Exhale, chin down, round to the back, push your hands in, lift the knees 1 inch, hover. Last time. And slowly release. Let's come back to neutral position. Tuck the toes under. We're going to lift our hips up and back, coming to our first downwards facing dog. So press down into your hands. Walk your feet back, hip distance apart. Begin to pedal out the feet. Index and middle finger pointing forwards. Dropping the chest, dropping the head. Deep breath in, exhale, see if you can bring those heels down 1 more inch, starting to stretch into the back of the legs. All right, from your downwards facing dog, let's look forward. Walk your feet to the top of the mat. Take an inhale to look forward, finding a halfway lift, lifting the chest, lifting the spine. Exhale, bow and fold. Let's reverse swan dive, come all the way up. Take a big breath in, bring hands together. Exhale, hands to heart center. If you have your weights or your water bottles, let's go ahead and grab for one of the weights. So standing top of your mat in mountain pose, we're going to reach the arms up, pushing up. And as we exhale, bring the weight into the right hand, dropping it down to our side, finding a lateral stretch. Reaching top hand overhead. Inhale, come back to center. Pushing up using the weight. Inhale, stretch it up. Take the weight over to the left hand, drop it down, pushing the hips over to the right as you reach the top arm up over towards the left. One more time, bring it back to center. Inhale, stretch your arms up. Big breath in, nice and tall, weight. Or reach the hand down the side of the body, hips over towards the left, hand reaching the right. Coming back to center, over towards the left. One more time, big breath in. Exhale, spinal flexion. And coming back into center. So we're going to take our weights. If you have 2 light weights, you can double up, placing them into your hands. We're going to stand tall at the top of our mats. Interlacing the finger, we're taking the weight into your hand. We're going to take an inhale, reach the arms up, picking up your right leg, stepping it back, finding a high lunge. Keeping your gaze focused on one spot, we're going to pull the back leg in and crunch up, bring the hands down, knee to elbow. So inhale, big step back with the right leg, pushing arms up at the same time. As you exhale, coming back to the top of your mat, pull the knee into the elbow. So we're going to go ahead and do 10, 9, pushing up nice and strong, gaze steady, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one, we're going to hold our high crescent lunge and just bounce a few times into the hips. So try to keep your front knee stacked over the ankle, chest is lifting, relax the shoulders, and exhale, release, bring the hands down, placing the weights off to the side. Whew, my heart rate is already going up. Anyone else feeling their breath quicken? Really great time to check in with our breath, make sure we're still breathing steadily. So finding your way into a high plank, you can bring your knees down if you like. We're going to look forward, shift forward, shoulders past the wrist. As you exhale, keeping the elbows in, we lower all the way down onto the belly. Taking a deep breath in, hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale, cobra. Pressing down, relax the shoulders, chest comes forward. And exhale, downwards facing dog. Taking a moment here, finding 3 deep breaths. Pedal out the feet. Long, steady breath, inhaling through the nose. Exhale, fully and completely. Looking to the top of the mat, let's walk our feet back to center. Inhale, look forward, halfway lift. Exhale, bow and fold. Grabbing your weights, let's come all the way up to standing and repeat on the other side. So we're going to push the arms up with or without your weights. If you don't have weights, interlace the fingers. Reaching arms up, we're going to step back with the left leg. So finding high crescent lunge on the left side. So taking a deep breath in, reach up, exhale, coming back to stand, pull the knees in towards the chest, knee to elbow. Inhale, pushing up, nice strong lunge, finding balance, keep your gaze steady on one point. And let's go for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, halfway there, keep going, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one, we're going to hold it here in our high crescent lunge. Start to bounce into your front leg. Knee over ankle, back, heels lifted, standing up tall. One more breath. And let's release. Bring the hands down to the floor. Step back into your high plank. So option to stay in your high plank with your knees lifted, or you can bring them down to the floor. We're going to shift forward slowly. Exhale, squeezing the elbows. Lower yourself down onto the ground. Hands beside the shoulders. Take a deep breath in. Inhale, lift the chest, cobra. Exhale, release. Coming all the way back up into downwards facing dog. 3 deep breaths. Shake the hips side to side. Lower the heels down, get a little deeper stretch into the legs. On the next breath in, we're going to take the left leg up. 3-legged dog. Bending the knees, open up the hip. Allow the weight of the foot to gently pull the hip open. Left hip stacks on top of right. Inhale to look forward. Bring that foot all the way to the top of the mat. We're going to take our right hand down to the floor. Easy twist. So right hand down, left arm up. We're going to do a few big shoulder circles. So swing your arms forward and then take it back clockwise and counterclockwise. And bring it down to the floor. Drop your back foot down so it's parallel to the back edge of the mat. We're going to grab for our weights, one in each hand. Inhale, windmill the arms up, come into warrior 2 shape. So in warrior 2, our feet are nice and wide. My left toes are going to be pointing forward. My right foot is parallel to the back edge of the mat. And again, we want to think about allowing the hips to sit and hinge without moving the torso. So my spine stays perpendicular to the floor. Knees are tracking towards the baby toe, so opening to the outer edges of the foot. Hips are sinking low, feeling the burn in the legs. We're going to hold it here a little bit longer. Make sure the back of the foot is pressing against the floor. The entire foot is pressing down, firmly rooted. And let's reach the arms out. If you have weights, we're going to extend out through the arms and turn the palms open. We're going to stay here for 3 deep breaths. So if you're holding on to weights, you might be feeling your arms starting to tense and shake. Try to relax the arms. Just allow whatever you're holding to stay balanced in the palms. And if you're not holding on to anything, keep your gaze over the front middle finger. Relax the shoulders. One more breath. And let's release. Inhale, exalt your warrior. Reach the left arm up and overhead, finding a big stretch. Continue to lunge through that front leg. And coming back to center, we're going to pivot the feet to face the long edge of the mat. Release your weights down to the floor. Hands catch the ground. Inhale, look forward halfway. Exhale, let's fold. Let's give our shoulders a bit of a stretch. Reach behind, interlace the fingers. You can grab for wrists or forearms or elbows. You can inhale, reach the arms, lifting away from the body. And exhale, release. Give your body a little sway side to side. So with your feet, if you need to modify, you can bring your feet a little bit further apart, and that'll take you closer to the ground. Or if you need to intensify, you can walk your feet in, bring yourself closer towards the floor. Bobbing the head up and down, give yourself a sway side to side. One more breath. And we'll release the hands down. Inhale, look forward halfway. Exhale, turning to the back edge of your mat. We're going to come into warrior 2 on the other side. So right toes are going to point to the back edge. Take your feet out nice and wide one more time. Grabbing for your weights, let's come all the way up. Adjust your feet, reaching the arms out. Taking a deep breath in. Exhale, we settle into our shape. So right toes are pointing to the back edge. My left foot is parallel to the front edge of the mat. Arms are going to come out, looking over your front middle finger. If you have weights, we're going to turn our palms to face up and soften into the hips. Relax the shoulders. Full deep breaths. Keep pressing strongly into that back foot, anchor down. Keep the weight distribution even. And let's release. Inhale, reverse your warrior up and back. Take the hand towards the back of the mat. And coming back to center, we're going to pivot the feet, face alongside the mat one more time. Hands down in front. Breathe in, look forward. And we're going to walk ourselves over towards the right side, grabbing onto wherever you can reach. It might be the shin or ankle or foot. Doesn't matter. We're just looking for a side stretch here. And over to center. We'll walk yourself over to the other side. Bring that foot in closer if you like. And let's release, coming back to center. We're going to walk ourselves all the way to the top of the mat. Stepping back, let's take one flow here. So step into your high plank from your knees or toes. We're going to come down into cobra on our bellies. Hands down, inhale, look forward. Pressing to lift the chest, drop the shoulders. And exhale, downwards facing dog. Deep breath in, deep breath out. 3 breaths. And while you're hanging out here in downwards facing dog, feel free to move your hips side to side, pedal out the feet, any movements that feel good. And we're going to walk our hands back to the back of the mat. Bring your weights with you. Let's take an inhale, look forward, halfway. Exhale, bow and fold. Coming all the way up, reverse swan dive. We're going to stand in mountain pose at the back of our mats. All right, so a little bit of balancing here. We're going to take a step forward with the left foot. Tipping forward from your hips, keep your gaze steady. We're going to lift that back leg up, micro bend the standing leg so we're not hyperextending through the knee. Dropping your arms down. We're going to do a few pulls here. So just up. Elbows at 90 degrees. And join me when you're ready. Let's do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Squeezing shoulder blades in. 4. Chest opens. 3, 2. And last one, big step back into mountain pose at the back of your mat. All right, let's do one more on the other side. Finding your warrior 3 balance. Right foot forward, tipping from the hip. 1 hop or more takes you up into warrior 3. Drop the arms down, micro bend that standing leg, and let's do a few pulls. Elbows in at 90, squeeze into your rib cage for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. So let's come to the top of your mat, big step in, both feet together. Inhale, sweep the arms up into chair pose. Bring the arms in towards your rib cage, and let's extend the elbows back, squeezing the knees together, working the back of the arms. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Coming back to center. Let's drop our chest, drop our head. Reaching forward in ragdoll, allowing your torso to rest over your thighs. Grabbing for opposite elbows. Take a moment to hang out here. Deep breaths. Great work so far. We've done all the challenging parts. Now let's wind down with a few quick stretches. Inhale, look forward halfway. Exhale, let's place our hands down, step or hop back into your high plank, coming down on to the belly. From our belly, we're going to walk our hands out a little bit further outside the mat, tenting the fingertips with elbows pointing up. We're going to do a few rounds of cobra stretches for our spine. Also a great way to stretch out the abdominals. So on the inhale, press down to the top of your feet, keep your feet glued to the mat, press into the hands and lift the chest. Deep breath in. And exhale, slinky all the way back down. So we're going to do a few cycles of these, so don't worry about pushing yourself too hard, just moving with the flow. Inhale to come up, finding that smooth spinal wave. Exhale, we slinky back down. 2 more. Last one. And all the way down to the ground. Hands underneath the shoulders. Give yourself a push. Let's come up into a table position. Stretching your right leg back. Inhale, point the toes. Exhale, right knee behind the right wrist. Let's come into pigeon pose. So in pigeon pose, I like to tell people to place a block underneath their right hip just to keep the weight distribution even between both sides. You can also close up the knee joint if you like. Bring it closer towards you. So the more parallel your shin is to the top edge of your mat, the more challenging this posture is. So you can always close the knee and bring that foot in. So we're targeting the outer hips and the glutes. So if you need to adjust the positioning, go ahead and do so. Once you're ready, let's take an inhale, lifting up, and exhale, coming forward. You can begin to walk your hands down onto the floor, onto a block, or anything you need to support yourself in this position. 3 deep breaths. And we'll begin to come back out. Inhale, pressing up onto your hands, and we'll switch sides. So curling the back toes, lifting up, downwards facing dog or table position, and we'll bring the left knee behind the left wrist. Stretch your back leg behind. If you have a block, you can place it underneath the left hip. Again, checking to see if we're balanced on both sides, so we don't want to be tipping over to one side or the other. Closing up the knee joint by bringing the foot in closer towards your sit bones. And we'll sit up nice and tall. Deep breath in. And exhale, fold forward, coming down onto hands, fingertips, or a block, whatever feels comfortable. Last breath. Begin to make your way up. Let's come up onto our hands. This time we're going to swing the back leg forward and take it into a seated position. Extend the legs out in front. Walk the hands back, pressing the palms down to the floor, finding staff pose. So in this posture, it might look like we're not doing anything, but there's a lot of engagement in the legs and the shoulders. So you want to flex the ankles of pointing the toes up. Hands are coming back in line with sit bones. We're pressing down firmly into the palms, lifting the chest. Deep breath in, and as you exhale, gentle tucking in of the chin towards the chest, finding neutral spine. Hands actively pressing down to lengthen our spine from the crown of the head all the way down to the coccyx of the spine. And our feet are actively pushing forward, stretching and lengthening the back of the legs. Last breath. And release. From our seated position, we're going to come into half Lord of the Fish pose. It's a nice seated twist to wring out the spine. So with my right leg extended, my left leg is going to come to the outside of that right leg. Right arm hugs the leg in, left hand comes behind. Option to place your elbow to the outside of the knee. Breathing in as you lift up through the crown of the head. Exhale, ground down to the sit bones. Twist over the back shoulder. And let's release, switching sides, extend both legs out, give them a shake. And we're going to switch. Right leg comes to the outside, right hand behind, inhale, left arm up, exhale, elbow, or you can hug the leg in, sitting up tall as you breathe in, exhale, start to twist, and look over the back shoulder. Now let's release, coming back to center. Bring your feet in. Let's come into butterfly pose. Soles of feet together, knees out to the side. Let's give our knees a little flutter. So bring the knees down gently. Flutter, 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 flutter. And we'll land. Elbows come to the inner thighs. Gentle press as we come into our forward fold. And slowly making our way up. Bring the knees up, crossing out the ankles. Let's sit in easy pose. So we'll close our practice with one breath shared together. Deep breath in, reaching the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center to prepare. So we're going to take a deep breath in through the nose, suspend the breath, and then exhale through the mouth. So ready? Inhale. Through the nose, fill the belly, suspend, and exhale, open the mouth, letting it all go. Thank you so much for joining me in this quick iron yoga class. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button to receive more videos just like these straight to your inbox. Thank you so much for practicing. Namaste.